Hey, how you doing? Rocco here from NorthSouthSurvival, and I'm going to show you my recipe that I have here for some SHTF soup made with chicken and dehydrated vegetables. And the whole purpose of this is to show you the ease of using dehydrated vegetables to make a meal in a SHTF situation. So let's get started. Here we go. And here we got a crock pot with about 5 potatoes in it. I know what you're going to say, there ain't going to be any power, but just for the purposes of demonstration, you can make this any way you want. You can make it over a fire in a pot. You got some potatoes and about 8 to 10 cups of water and some chicken bouillon. And here we have some chicken breast. You can use meat or anything you want to substitute for chicken. I'm using chicken for this recipe, but use anything you want basically. And here's my dehydrated vegetables. I got some onions, mixed vegetables, corn, baby carrots, some mushrooms. These are all dehydrated and pretty much have an indefinite shelf life. And all the ingredients is going to be dehydrated vegetables. So basically what I have here is all my dehydrated vegetables. I'm putting them in bowls basically to give you an idea of how much I'm using. Basically you use about a handful for this size recipe. Use a handful of each. Depending on what your taste is, you can add more or less, but all this stuff will rehydrate and taste as fresh as it was the day you bought it. And I'm putting it in bowls just so you get an idea of how much to use, just so you can get a visual on it. But it's actually real good, and it's real cost effective to have everything dehydrated, because you pretty much, once you start dehydrating stuff and get stuff going, you'll never have to run out and buy ingredients. You'll always have fresh ingredients on hand to use. So basically in the soup I have about 10 cups of water. I got about 4 or 5 bouillon cubes. If you don't have bouillon cubes, you can do it without it. It doesn't really matter. You can use some chicken stock if you have it. Yeah, we don't want to get the oxygen absorber in the soup. That wouldn't be cool. You don't want to eat that. But got my chicken over there cut up on the cutting board right there. We're going to add some chicken right to the water right now, and we're going to add our dehydrated vegetables. So basically what you have here is I have some cubed chicken in there. I have potatoes. I'm adding some dehydrated onions, some dehydrated corn. Got some dehydrated baby carrots right there. Some dehydrated mushrooms. Got some mixed vegetables there, and there you go. We'll add a little bit more mixed vegetables over there, and that's pretty much how simple it is. I mean, you could season this to taste. You can make this over a fire. You can throw a pot on a propane stove, and you got yourself a really, really good meal right there. And it's all made from dehydrated stuff, aside from the chicken, and the potatoes actually weren't dehydrated as well. I'm actually adding a little bit of brown rice too, maybe about almost a cupful. And here you got your finished product ready to cook. I set this thing on high, and I think I had it running for about 6 to 7 hours. Probably if you cook this in a pot over a higher flame, you'd probably cook it in less time. But I'm just really trying to show the ease of preparing a really good meal using mainly dehydrated vegetables. Naturally, in a SHTF situation, like I said, you probably aren't going to have power, but I do. And for the purposes of this demo and this meal, we're going to use a crock pot. So as you can see, this is about maybe halfway through the cooking process, and you can see everything's rehydrated. The carrots have come back, the peas have come back, the corn has come back, everything's come back to the way it was when you got it. So there you have it right there. That's halfway through the cooking process. So here we are. Let's have a look at the finished product right here. And this meal, like I said, I used chicken and some potatoes. You don't have to use potatoes. You can use rice as well. I've tried it just with rice and without the potatoes, and it came out really good as well. Finished product looks pretty good. And like I said, everything's rehydrated. Everything's come back to the way it was. And that looks pretty hearty to me. Looks like a good meal to me right there. Especially if food became scarce. It's a good meal right there. Let's taste it. So there you have it right there. There's the proof right there. Tastes pretty good. That's some good stuff right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I hope you guys run out and buy an Excalibur dehydrator. It's some good stuff and some good preps and some good kit. Hope you liked the video.